What is happening, YouTube? My name is Matt Faircloth. My company is called the DeRosa Group, and we're a real estate company dedicated to transforming lives through real estate. Because in today's market, it's maybe hard to find cash flowing rentals. I can tell you guys that is not a good move. Markets don't do that. And you could get caught in a dip and a gap while you're waiting for the next bump. That people don't forget. People are not looking at this option enough. People have their residential blinders on right now. And that's all they want to talk about because that's what seems to be hot and sexy right now. Hey guys, listen, I've got 3 great tips in this video on how you can make great cash flow in real estate. And the third one is not something you've likely heard of because nobody's talking about it. So make sure you watch this video all the way through so you can catch that third one because it's one that's going to give you the unfair advantage. All right, now back to the video. Send me a line to help me at DeRosaGroup.com. That is help me at DeRosaGroup.com, and I'll answer your questions right here on the YouTube channel. This is an interesting conversation. This question's about cash flow. We've got a super interesting question. I wanted to shoot a very specific video for you guys because in today's market, it's maybe hard to find cash flowing rentals. And today's question is no different. This one comes from Pratik. And Pratik is, I get these from younger folks. This is 19 years old, and he keeps calling me sir in the email. And it's just make me feel old, Pratik. And that's okay. Maybe I am old. I don't know. But hello, sir. Your content's really great and easy to understand. That's awesome. I'm glad. I am 19 years old and wanted to start a real estate investing business. Well, that's awesome. I am from India. In my country, the average rental yield is between 2 and 3% in residential real estate. But the average interest rate on a home loans are 6 to 8%. So according to your experience, I think this is a cash flow killer. And what strategies can I opt in to have good cash flow in this scenario? Please help me, sir. There you go with the sir one more time. Pratik, I got you back. Here you go. I'm going to make a few assumptions on how things operate in India, but this is going to be a broader conversation on investing in today's marketplace. A couple things. You could invest for appreciation, and maybe that works in India. Maybe it works here. It's going to, things are going to become maybe worth more tomorrow than they are today. So you can invest in something that does not cash flow, that maybe even is upside down, that does the awful sin of losing money every month in the surefire hope that it gains in value and for appreciation long term. I can tell you guys that is not a good move in investing for appreciation and just crossing your fingers and hoping it goes up in value, because you are right. You're right until you're wrong, and it'll just keep going up in value until it doesn't. And I saw people doing that. I mean, again, maybe I am old, right? I saw people doing that in 2005, 2006, 2007. They would take negative cash flow in exchange for the hopes of appreciation long term. This, my friends, is not a long-term sustainable strategy, is not a strategy that will last you forever, because the market, it does not do a nice steady line like this. Markets don't do that. They go like this, or crazy roller coaster rides, and you could get caught in a dip and a gap while you're waiting for the next bump. Not so much. That would be what I want to do. So appreciation, I think, is something that you can get lucky on. You can force appreciation, which is another way of saying value add, Pratik. And that's something that you could do. You could buy something that is currently bought at this much. And this could be on residential. This could be a bank-owned foreclosure. It could be a property that's under leased where the rents are $800 and it should be $1,500, or $800 and it should be $1,200. Whatever it is they should be, they're not. The broadest way to say it is the property is not at its highest and best financial performing condition. That's maybe because it needs to get renovated, needs a little facelift, needs a little TLC. Maybe tenants would pay you more rent if you gave them nice things like new kitchens and a new paint job and maybe a new jungle gym out in the common area of the property or something like that for the kids. Whatever it may be, if you're willing to make investments in the property, maybe it'll perform better financially. Again, I believe in give and take landlording. That means that if you're willing to give something to the tenants, so give them nicer light fixtures, new appliances, nicer benefits for living, maybe they'd be willing to give you a little bit more and you can take a little bit more financially from the property. Give and take. That is value add. That is forced appreciation. That is making investments to make the property worth more. That's a way to create cash flow, but it's a way to make money in real estate by creating value. You buy it for this, you invest this much, it comes out worth this when you're done. That is a most common way that people are investing in residential real estate and also all real estate in today's market in the US. Value add. I see that all the time in multifamily. It's happening in single family. It's the BRRRR strategy that you hear about all the time. It's happening quite a bit. And I assume, Pratik, it's happening over there where you are in India. Here's the third option that people don't forget. people are not looking at this option enough. Okay. And that is taking the blinders off. Residential real estate is not the only real estate out there. And especially Pratik, you said it's specifically in your email. This is what really, got my wheels turning. You say, well, home loans are 6 to 8%. Well, what are commercial loans? I mean, maybe they're more. I don't know. Maybe they're less. Maybe there's an organization in India like we have in the U.S. called the SBA, or just Small Business Administration, or maybe there's other startup small business loans you can have access to in India that are way less than 6 to 8%, and you could utilize those loans to buy commercial properties, shopping centers, medical offices, industrial centers, all those kinds of assets that are outside of residential real estate. That's people have their residential blinders on right now. And that's all they want to talk about, because that's what seems to be hot and sexy right now is residential real estate. But I can tell you, there's people that are making a lot of money in things that are outside of residential real estate. So observe the masses and do the opposite, Pratik. Look at other stuff. Look at other kinds of real estate that's out there. That may be where you can make your mark for yourself. So those are some of the options. Okay. Remember, I'll go over them again. Cross your fingers and hope the market goes up. That's upside of that's just hoping appreciation continues to happen and cap rates continue to stay down and all those kinds of things. Option 2, forced appreciation, you value add, BRRRR strategy, all that jazz. That's the most common, and it still works, and it's going to continue to work. The third option is to get your blinders off and look outside of residential real estate and look at other things. Great summary, guys. I hope that those tips work for you guys. Again, Pratik, thank you for your question. My 19-year-old friend calling me sir up and down the street here from India. I appreciate you, and thank you for knighting me and making me Sir Faircloth of the DeRosa Group Kingdom. I appreciate that. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great and profitable week.